So this premium client gives you the cash influx. Now, what do you do with the cash influx? You have to have a system and a strategy in place for everything. If you don't plan ahead, then guess what's going to happen? You may fail forward. You may make a lot of mistakes, because when I first got into this cash influx game, I made a whole lot of mistakes moving forward because I didn't understand what to do with this cash flow, like what to do. So the only thing I knew, because of where I was, to hurry up and spin it down. So now I'm grateful for all the mentors that I have invested in who has shown me exactly how to make money work. And now I'm able to pour that information and that knowledge and that experience over to you. So now what do you do with the cash influx? You invest in additional income producing passive assets, and then you scale it. You reinvest the money back into your business to grow it, and you reinvest the money back into income producing assets. Now, here's the thing. The more money you make, the more money they take. With they meaning the IRS, right? Unless you understand how to make this formula work for you. And I'm going to share with you. Now, did you not know, in case you did not know, the US tax code was designed for people who are high-level entrepreneurs doing these things. The tax code was made for entrepreneurs. Most entrepreneurs, the problem is most entrepreneurs don't understand how to make the tax code work for them. So they stay stuck. They stay stuck paying 50% in taxes. There's sales tax, there's capital gains tax, there's real estate tax, there's estate tax. There's all of these taxes that you pay. And at the end of the day, you're paying out 50% of your revenues and your income to Uncle Sam. Now, with this formula, it teaches you how to actually reduce that 50% tax that you're actually paying to life because of lack of knowledge. Now, when you're taking advantage, when you're making this kind of money, you have to take advantage of the tax code. Everything that you do in business, like all of these rental properties, all of these luxury vehicles, everything that you purchase and buy, all of your payroll taxes, all that stuff is tax deductible 100%. Not to mention, you can actually rent out your own home for, I think, up to 14 days a year, 14 days a year, and pay yourself whatever the daily rental rate is. And that's completely a free paycheck for you. That's 100% tax deductible. So now you're minimizing what you owe to Uncle Sam. So now, speaking of that, because of these cash influxes, and now you're going to go and take this cash influx and buy maybe some more rental properties and expand upon that. Maybe you're going to invest in some stocks and make that work for you. And maybe you're going to buy some more rental cars. And now you have a fleet of luxury vehicles, cars. And this is all passive income, by the way. And this, although it has its risks, for the long term, it works when you understand, so maybe you're going to invest in a coach that's going to show you how to do this to minimize those risks, right? But it all works together, okay? So when you're doing these things right here, the fourth wheel is going to be very key. And this is a tax advantage strategy. You must have a tax advantage strategy in place. Now, one of those things in tax advantage strategy is definitely using the tax code, where I'm just put TC, definitely using the tax code to your advantage. Use it, maximize the tax code to your advantage. That's one of the things that you want to have in place, right? Another tax advantage strategy that's going to work together with your wheel of wealth is to become your own bank. I know you've heard people talking about infinite banking. I know you heard people giving information about how you can become your own bank, but I'm going to break it down to you of how it actually works. There's a such thing called universal index life policy. Now, in my premium programs, I have partnered with a bunch of people. Like, all these tools we give you when you're in a premium program working with us. So I've partnered with a couple of people who are actually experts, financial experts in this particular space, that shows you how this stuff works. So universal index life, the policy is designed. Most people get life insurance to bury their loved one. There's actually specific types of policies that are designed for you to become your own bank. Now, when you have universal index life policies and you're funneling some of this cash influx into that, now, not only when you have the right type of policy, and if you guys need any referrals or references, or if you just want to know how this stuff works, just message me. But when you have the right kind of policy, it actually becomes a bank account, right? So listen to this. So you know how on the personal credit and business credit side, where maybe you had a $10,000 card in the past, but by the time they finish adding this compound interest, your $10,000 card turned into $25,000 worth of debt. How did that work? Well, it happens by what's called compound interest, right? So on this tax advantage strategy side, when it comes to universal life policies, when you have the correct type of policy set up under index fund, what it does is actually compounds your money for you. So the same thing that the bankers are doing against us and they're benefiting, you actually get to do for you, and it benefit you and your family, right? So now when you have the right type of policy, what it does, it compounds the interest. Let's just say on average 4 to 7% daily, right? So not only does the right policy allows you to take out a loan, right? You get to fund those accounts. You can take out a loan and use the money while you're living. This right here, what I love about this tax advantage strategy is the money that grows compoundly for you that you get to take a loan out on is tax free. So say you put $100,000 into your life policy and it grows based off how you fund it. It grows to 7%. What is that? It grows by 7% compoundly. So now your policy is worth 300,000. Maybe it tripled. I'm just using some example numbers. Maybe it tripled because it's compounding every single day. Your interest is growing upon interest, of growing upon interest. And in 6 months, maybe you took out the loan of the $300,000, and that loan becomes tax-free income for you. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you're enjoying it. I wanted to take some time to invite you to join me in the GovCon Challenge. The GovCon Challenge takes place once a month, where I invite a bunch of entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs to come and have me teach you the 5 things you must do to pre-qualify your business to land lucrative contracts with the government. So join me in the GovCon Challenge. Click on the link in the description. You'll be glad you did. Join as VIP for exclusive behind-the-scenes information, and you could become a part of the top 1% of entrepreneurs across the nation. Now back to the video you were watching. So you're not taxed on the growth of your plan. And not only does that allow you to have living benefits, right? You can take out money while you're living, but the death policy part is still there. Even though you've taken out the loan, if something was to happen to you, your burial is still worth 300,000, right? So it's just the way that it works. Some of the wealthiest people that we admire in the world, like Warren Buffett and the Rockefellers, and all, they use these strategies, y'all. I'm finding out now later on in life, and now we're using them. We're teaching our clients how to use these strategies, and now today I get to share this information with you. So you want to avoid the 50% tax that's coming out of your pocket by having a tax strategy in place where you're basically saving money by putting money into these vehicles that's going to minimize your tax, but it also at the same time gives you more leverage, more access to capital, and now you become your own bank. That's what banking on yourself is, right? And depending on how it's set up and how it's structured, there's so many different things that you can do with this policy while you're living. Okay, this is the 4 pillars of wealth that's going to allow you to create not only generational wealth, but to how to make millions. And this is the way that it works, right? You can't have one without the other, right? You can have good personal credit and just be doing okay over there. But if you really want to maximize on this system to create millions of dollars and then to build a machine, and on top of all of these things, you're investing in income producing assets that's going to give you passive income. And then you're safeguarding your revenues or your income with the tax advantage strategies in place. You can execute upon these things, and you don't necessarily have to do it in this order, right? You can get the government as your client in the next 30, 60, 90 days, be landing contracts, and then use that money from the contract and let the government fund your personal credit fix so that you can leverage that, and let the government fund you building your business credit so you can leverage that. And then you already have the cash influx to invest in these passive income streams. And then now, because you're in the game, you now qualify for the tax code, and now you have the money to invest in the universal index life policies and become your own bank. So they always say it takes money to make money. It really does. It really does take money to make money. And so this is how it works. So if you're a business owner and you're just sick and tired of the rat race and sick and tired of trying to tape and stitch pieces together and you're trying to figure out all these things. Plug into this system. I promise you it works when you work it. The money is the seed to the harvest. You must circulate the money, right? You know the scripture that talks about you have to be like a tree that's planted by the rivers of what? Living water. Living water circulates, it moves, right? There is life with movement, right? And so if your money is still, that means your money is dead. It's not moving, it's not producing more life, right? Like as you can see, the wheels of wealth that I just shared with you, that's how you circulate money. You have to activate upon that stuff. You have to activate in order to grow money. You have to plant money and then do the work to activate it so that more money can come to you. That's how it works. More money don't come from signing up for a stimulus package. You sign up for a stimulus package, you get paid one time unless you put that money into circulation. So yes, still money is dead. Definitely you want to circulate your money and make it work for you, but it takes work. So if you're not an action taker, none of this can work for you.